Well, hello, thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail. And where we are is in CARRICKFERGUS, and we're actually in the museum here at the town hall at CARRICKFERGUS. And you can see a couple of cannons there. But why we're here is actually we're going to talk about a gentleman who lived in CARRICKFERGUS, and that was Richard KANE, who became Colonel Richard KANE, and also he became governor. Now, he was born in what we would call today Rathcoole, and he was born in 1662, and he died in 1736. But he fought with for King William III at the siege of Derry in 1689, and he actually survived the siege, and so he fought for King William. Now, what you can see here is this is a window fragment, and it's actually from Joymount, which was the palace, and it was from the 16th century. So that's actually from the palace, which was Sir Arthur Chichester's palace. So amazing to have this artifact. This is really the only artifact, I suppose, from the palace, because the palace is no longer there, unfortunately. And also what we have here is this is a window frame from a manor house, from the Tower House actually in Market Place, and it's also the 16th century. It's about 1570. So that's amazing to still have that, isn't it? And Richard then in 1712, he was actually appointed as Lieutenant Governor of Minorca. And some would say that it was he was formally appointed governor of Minorca in 1733, but he certainly made huge improvements, and he was well liked there on the island, and so he certainly done a good job while he was there. There you can see a suit of armour, and also that's Sir Arthur Chichester, as you can see. And there's chainmail. Now, a beautiful atlas was actually presented to Richard by King Louis XIV of France, and it's actually in this museum, and it was presented to him at the Palace of Versailles. And here you can see Oliver Cromwell and some of the old armour from the Civil War period, the English Civil War. And there's the War of the Kings, which is King James II and King William III. Now, Richard also fought in King William's campaigns at the Battle of the Boyne in 1690, and also the Siege of Limerick, which was also in 1690. And he was wounded during the Siege of Namur in 1695, and was severely wounded at Blenheim in 1704. And as I say, he died in 1736, and there's a memorial to him in Westminster Abbey. And so this is the atlas that King Louis XIV actually presented to Richard KANE, Colonel Richard KANE. So it's great that the museum here in CARRICKFERGUS has this. Absolutely brilliant. And that's the monument to Richard KANE, which is actually in the north transept of Westminster Abbey. And I've been in Westminster Abbey. So there you go. And I'm just going to read this out to you. It says, "The KANE Atlas, this magnificent atlas, was presented by King Louis XIV as a gift to Colonel Richard KANE in the Palace of Versailles." I think that's Versailles. It's either Versailles or Versailles. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But it was in 1712. KANE was in France on his way to Minorca to take up his position as military governor. So there you are. So thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail. Again, if you enjoyed the channel, then please like and subscribe. God bless.